Okay, hi. Today I am going to review, hopefully I pronounce this right, the Superlunaris tarot deck. Okay, I've got two versions. This version here, it comes in a cardboard box, sadly. This is from Etsy. But the cardboard box comes with the better deck. So this is the linen deck, as it were. You can see, if you look closely, you should see a grain on them. Okay, as you can see, they're not gilded, and they're just linen. They do make a little bit of a noise when you flick through them, but I do like them. So if you listen carefully, listen to this. They make a little bit of a sh when you put them together, but the quality is great. It's a shame about the box. This, however, is the cardboard version, which I bought. As you can see, it comes in a great box, and they're gilded as well. I think they're both the same price, if I remember rightly, but they definitely both look different. So I bought one for my own personal use, and I bought one as a basically a backup, to be fair. Anyway, let's get into this. So these are kind of described on Etsy as a tarot deck for, like, what do you call it? A modern tarot deck. Inclusive tarot deck is the right word that I'm looking for here. And let's get into this a little bit. So bear with me. I'm just moving things out the way. Okay, so the cards themselves, if I compare them to some other decks in size, that's compared to our dear friend, the Tarot Grand Lux by Shiro Machete, right? That's the size difference. I'll just point to show you there. So they are quite manageable. Nice card size altogether, really. Let me just move stuff out the way. They're nicely gilded. I mean, this isn't a gold gild. This is like a bronze, sort of. But it's nice. It's easy to use. It's easy to shuffle. The cards themselves are fairly good quality. They're not a bad thickness. And I don't mind them at all. I really like them. So the artwork seems to be quite contemporary. It comes down in that. What I would say is, it looks, when you get it, slightly blurred, right? The way they've done it is, it does look like it's been, you know, blurred on like Adobe or something like that. But it's very much a Rider-Waite deck, that I will say. So I'll just go through them as they are. So I will start with the wand suit, and we have the ace, the two. You can see they're quite usable, and they're very much a Rider-Waite collection, but they are more contemporary. Like here we have two females. But we still got the house in the horizon and things like that. The 5 of Wands. The 6. It's actually a bit of an awkward 6, that one, because she's actually quite, like, proud of herself. But that's, you know, Leos can be like that sometimes, so you can't deny it. And as you can see, they're well numbered, so you know exactly. It's a staff. It's number 5. You know, the Roman numericals are quite good on them. And that's our 10. I like our page. She's ambitious. And our knight. He looks a bit crazy, that one. And our queen. And as you can see, it is quite inclusive. But look, there we do have the cat, even though she's not on a throne. And then we have our king. And, ta-da! Start with coins. It's very familiar. If you're familiar with the Rider-Waite, these are very easy to deal with. I like the way he looks like some kind of rapper that's an Arabian king or something. It's weird. Anyway. definitely our 5. Here's our 6. I like this image. It's very strong. When you use it in a reading, it's a very strong image, because I mean they are literally begging, and he does look like a little bit of a tosser in some ways. He looks like a street artist waiting for things to happen. 7. Our 8. He's definitely working hard. He's got quite the sweat on there. Glistening, sorry. Anyway. So you can see there's a lot of the contemporary things we've got in this. She's in a garden. She's got the coins. She's got the bird. There's our 10. Everything's there. It's just slightly different. Our page. Our knight. He's not on his horse. That's the interesting thing about that one. Our queen. And our king. He very much looks like a sultan. Swords. That reminds me a little bit of the Lightseers, you know, except for the Lightseers, that woman's really upset. That's a nice image. In this one, the boats are moving towards you instead of away. And there's no pilot, no baby. It's our 7. Our 8 of swords. Our 9 of swords. He looks like a heroin addict and things went really wrong. 10 of swords. Our page. Our knight. Our queen. She's a little bit Layla-ish, isn't she? Oh, sorry. Princess Leia. I meant. Our king. He doesn't look like someone you'd want to mess with in an alleyway. Cups. I love this. Nice, very colourful. I love the dove and everything. It's really beautiful. 2 of cups. An interesting one. I love the 3 of cups in this deck. 4. She doesn't look half disinterested. She looks sad. 5. 6. That's a very beautiful deck. I mean, card. Our 7. And our 8. 9 of cups. 10 of cups. Page. I love the feathers on that. It's quite symbolic of like air and stuff. Oh, Knight of Cups. I love this Queen of Cups. And our King of Cups. And we have our Major Arcana, the Fool. My favorite magician. The High Priestess. I really think that's a beautiful picture of the High Priestess. The Empress. Now in this deck there are actually 2 cards for the Empress, and I think there's 2 cards for another one of them. I'll show you that in a moment. We have the Emperor. I think there's 2 Emperor cards as well. The Hierophant. I really like that Hierophant card. The Lovers. Excellent card as well. It's one of the reasons I chose this. Some of the card choices are really good. The Chariot. That's such a nice picture for the Chariot as well. And as you can see, the inclusiveness there's a lot of inclusiveness in this deck. It's obviously meant that way. And you still got very much Rider-Waite symbology going on in there. The Hermit, that is a nice Hermit deck card. The Wheel, it's all there. Justice. Not the Hangman, the suspended one. It's all in a word. And yet they still call that death. Temperance. The Devil. Now that's an interesting Devil card, but it's actually quite good in readings. The Tower. The Star. One of the best there is. Not a lot of stars in the Star card, but there are mountains. Our Moon. The Sun. Judgment. And definitely one of my favorites, the World. As you can see, it's a very beautiful deck. Now, just gonna do something. Bear with me 1 second. So, sorry, took a minute there. Both of the books, both of the decks come with a guide. The guide's simply a fold-out card with all the meanings on them. Very short, which is perfectly suitable. And as you can see, there's a couple of alternatives. So we have here the Empress. And if I showed you the original Empress, it's this one. Go away. The original Empress was the one that I'm using is that one. That's the alternative. I really like both of them. I just fancy the lushness of that, so I swapped those two out. And then this one, the Emperor, it's very, very American in the sense. And it's also got a winter background and golden curtains. It's like the Prime Minister of a country. I don't use it because, well, firstly, I'm not really American, as you can tell. And secondly, I like the light in that. I like the light in the background. Like, it's quite nice. It's quite a cold card. So that's basically the deck. Now, I will say, I can't remember. I'd have to confirm it for you. If the other version comes with 2 cards, I'll just have to check that. So in this deck here, I think there's only one version of each. I'd have to double check myself, but I will have a look. Bear with me. And so, having gone through the version that's actually the linen version, there's actually only one version of those 2. So the other deck's got 2 versions of that to choose from, which is quite interesting. I'm not too sure why they do that, but I think on the sites you can buy the alternative versions if you want them. Anyway, so that's my review and flip through of the Superlunaris tarot deck. I hope you like that. Have a good day. Bye.